item that I'm going to use for the deep dive is called Government in Action by McGraw-Hill. Government Action is a online multiplayer game, a role-playing game. It's for high school and college students, and you get to role play as a member of Congress while exploring the ins and outs of the American government system. When students log in, they become a character in the House of Representatives. Their goal is to maximize political capital while simultaneously balancing the need to achieve reelection every 2 years, with having success in DC. You have limited resources to spend, and cooperation with other players is crucial for success in the game. So, to start out, basically, this is the initial website. You explore real world challenges and day to day experiences like you would in actual DC. So I hit play the demo. You can purchase or find, I guess, a rep that's associated with your school. To purchase it, it is $40. I'm not sure if that gives you enough licenses for the students as well, or just it's a one time buy, but you do have to purchase it if you want to keep going. So this is my person. It's representative sample player. It looks like I'm on the Republican side, and I'm in the Committee of Human Services. So this is the lay of the land of DC. You have the White House as the president, and it, which is nice, is because it's great about this tool as well, is that if you click on each house or building, it tells you what that person does in that specific role of government. So, like the president, he's the head of the state, leads executive. Um, the bills that are passed by Congress can be either signed or vetoed, and then usually as his positions, his political ideology, and any bills that are with him. Then you can go to the Supreme Court. It tells you what the Supreme Court is as well. This is the Democratic Party head HQ. It gives you a bio of them, their favorability, their ideology, obviously. Then you have the House, or the Capitol building, excuse me. I'll go back to that in a second. We also have the Republican headquarters. You have lobbyists, so you can select actual real lobbyists. You have AARP, ACLU, AFL-CIO, Gay and Lesbian Alliance, GLAD, Farm Bureau, National Wildlife, American Legion, NRA. So some actual real lobbyists groups that are in DC. So it's kind of puts that realism as well. And then you also have media. You can put out print ads, broadcasts, online, social media ads. You can place in favor or against. Um, so each person has a turn. Um, they can select. So say you want to, this is again the Capitol building. I'm on the Human Services Committee right here. This is the House floor. There's no bills on the floor right now. Then there's the Rights and Justice Committee and the Government Affairs Committee, and these are all the bills that are with them right now. You can also propose a new bill. So you have economy, drugs, you have healthcare. This one has you remove civil. This is a handgun ban, so this is more like laws, environment, education, um, policing, more judicial laws, government information, federal. So this one wants statehood for District of Columbia. Then you have defense, bring home the troops, swift nuclear, so on and so forth. Um, so what you could do is you can say you want to legalize medical marijuana. It tells you hot topics, bill category, federalism, commerce clause. So it gives you information about what the category is, who the human services is, support required for committee vote floor, and that's 20, and then 70 you need for the vote on the floor. Not sure what influence cost means yet. So let's just say I want to create this bill, and then you can get co-sponsors. So you have Representative Jackson. He's a Republican, so we'll ask. He has refused because his party and his district don't care about those issues. We'll try Doria. She also refuses. Try to find, see if anybody. See, no one really wants to. Okay, well, we'll try different. So no one wants to really help me. That also is because my influence. I'm not very influential in DC. I'll take you over to this is. I played around with it for a little bit. I have a lot of influence. I got a bill passed through Congress already. That bill is. We go over to the Republican committee over here. It's not working right now. Having some technical difficulties. Let's try refreshing it. While it's refreshing, so what I as the kids in the Sammer model, I would say that this is more of a modification and um, read is also it set me back. All right. Anyway, I would say this is more modification and redefinition um, in their eyes because this allows instead of doing this person to person in a classroom, this I think that limits you. So if when you do it on this platform, it actually gives you that realism that you actually are in DC. You actually are um, working to get these laws passed. You can even return home to your district, and you have places where you can set up a fundraiser. Talk to the local media. Hold a rally or hold a meeting with your constituents. Recruit volunteers, and staff as well. You can make a statement, provide services. So this allows for complete redesign of a government model that you might do in your classroom. And the technology allows for new tasks that usually you can't do inside of a classroom with this um, with the normal limitation you have. Like you can't pretend to hire staff or pretend to have a fundraiser and while you're doing this you're competing against your classmates to try to get your bills passed. So it really gives the students a look at what's life like in DC, which is pretty cool. You don't normally get that from just having like a mock government thing in your classroom. And what I would say for Bloom, I think Bloom, I would say apply would be Bloom's taxonomy and the verbs for this one because you're executing, you're implementing, you're using the internet and you're using this platform to kind of show how you understand government, how you understand how the branches of government work, how a bill gets passed. Because once you select a bill, so I have my bill, I want to make a public statement for my bill. So I made a public statement. I want to let's let's throw some media coverage for my bill. I think this is mine. I think so. We'll place an ad in favor of it. So now my turn is ended. So it would pass on to I guess another student if this was connected through students. So I end my turn. They ask questions sometimes. You can answer them. So did I? No, I was working on my bill. So we submit. So this bill would make doctor prescribed use of marijuana for document ailment permissible. So it tells I have 9 right now. It's a leaning left ideology. Your bill has no get co-sponsors. Getting a bill through Congress without support is very difficult. Get some co-sponsors. So then I have what I'm like in my district. I'm at 62%, which is very high. Then I have a constituent asking me about the composition of the Supreme Court. I think it's center right, and that's right. So it asks you questions as you go along what you think um, the specific buildings in government are. So we can go back to the Capitol building again. I try to request a co-sponsor. I'm probably not going to get it because of the has refused. I don't have enough influence. Is that her? I think more. So yeah, this one's going to be tough because it is a hot topic issue. The Republicans obviously don't believe in it. So honestly, I think this is a great tool to bring into, especially in a history class or a government class. It's a great way to implement a government learning environment. It's interactive. The students can play against each other. It really changes the game when you're looking at how government works and learning about government. I really like that they explain what each of these do when you're doing it. So I would highly recommend any other history teacher to use this in that setting. So thank you.